Welcome back to our whofooadventures YouTube channel. We're continuing our video series from the Sedona 2018 VegFest. This video features speaker Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. Buzz, what do you think of when I say the name Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn?
No oil. Protect your endothelial cells. Dr. Esselstyn was instrumental in getting us to go to the next level of no added oils. Check out this video.
I'm Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. He received his BA from Yale University and his MD from Western Reserve University. And in 1956, just so you know, he pulled the number 6 oar as a member of the victorious United States rowing team, got a gold medal at the Olympic Games. He's still, because he's plant-based now, right? Since 1984 or some period of time. He's still strong enough. I bet he could still pull some really good oars. So don't mess with him. That's all I'm telling you. He's been associated with the Cleveland Clinic since 1968. And I must say also he was an Army surgeon in Vietnam and awarded the Bronze Star. But when he was at the Cleveland Clinic, he served as president of the staff and a member of the board of governors. He chaired the clinic's breast cancer task force and headed the section of thyroid and parathyroid surgery. He's a fellow of the American College of Cardiology. So one of the quotes that I know that he said, gosh, 28, 30 years ago, he was talking to one of his colleagues. And he was head of the breast cancer task force at that time. And he said he and his peers didn't appear to be doing anything. They were doing nothing to prevent disease in the next unsuspecting victim. In other words, they weren't, people weren't getting better necessarily, and he'll tell you more about that in his talk. But that's the whole idea that we're going to be talking about the next 2 days in terms of human health and environmental health as well, and animal health and welfare. How do we prevent these things in the first place, these conditions? So without further ado, I want to introduce Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn.
I'm going to address my remarks primarily around my area of research, which has to do with cardiovascular disease. Here we start on this normal level. Even those of you in the back can see this tiny little dark line. Now, I'm going to emphasize that because that tiny little dark line is absolutely the most important part of that blood vessel, really. It's called the endothelium. And the endothelium has an absolutely remarkable job of making a vital molecule of gas, which is responsible for the protection and the salvation of all of our vasculature. And what happens is, when you start eating the cheeseburger, the milkshake, and pizza, the first thing that happens is things begin to get sticky, sticky, sticky. So here on the left, you get sticky endothelium, you get sticky platelets, you get sticky cholesterol. And if we now go to this slide from Peter Libby from Harvard, let me make some sense out of this for you. Blood is flowing up here in the blue area. These tiny little purple cells are the endothelial cells which separate the flowing blood from the arterial wall. Now let's do this. Let's start together up here in the left. Here you have your sticky LDL bad cholesterol. It bumps up against your sticky endothelium, which may have a few cracks, fissures, and opening, and your bad LDL finds its way into the subendothelial space, whereupon it immediately becomes oxidized. Right? What does that mean? When it gets oxidized by these free radicals, what are free radicals? These are those molecules that are desperately seeking a missing electron, or are donating one. And you can see that from here on, the LDL is no longer orange. It has been oxidized to this dangerous, small, hard, dense LDL cholesterol, which the subendothelial space does not like, and calls upon our SWAT team, the white blood cells, to come across. And here, Peter Libby from Harvard has painted the white blood cells blue in honor of Yale, and we like that. Now, here, the white cell, the macrophage, is doing its job of gobbling up all these small, hard, yellow, dense LDL cholesterol particles until we get all the way over to here, when it's now chock full of these small, hard, dense LDL particles. We in medicine do what we do so often. We change the name. It's now called the foam cell. And the foam cell is truly the Darth Vader of this sequence of events. Why? Because the foam cell manufactures these nasty enzymes that we call metalloproteinases. What do they do that's so bad? Well, what they do is they progressively erode the cap over the plaque. They erode it till it gets thinner and thinner and thinner until finally, bingo, up here at the top, it ruptures. Now that's the seminal event. Once that plaque has ruptured, you now have the extravasation of plaque content oozing out into the flowing blood, where it activates platelets, our clotting factor. And in a matter of minutes, once that has ruptured, we now go over to B, and we see that there is now a formation of a clot where that plaque is ruptured. And that clot is in and of itself self-propagated. So in a matter of further minutes, bingo, we've gone all the way from a plaque that is blocking by no more than 35%, not going to give you any symptoms. You don't get symptomatic until you're over 75% blocked. And now it's 100% blocked. Suddenly, no time for collateral. All this downstream heart muscle here is deprived of oxygen and nutrients. And that's where 90% of your heart attacks occur. All right? Now, the good news is this. If I do my job correctly today, every one of you and your friends and relatives will be able to make themselves literally heart attack proof. How are you going to make yourself heart attack proof? You're not going to do it with a drug. You're not going to do it with a pill. You're not going to do it with a procedure like a stent or an angioplasty. You're not going to do it with an operation. You're going to make yourself heart attack proof by changing your biochemistry. How are you going to change your biochemistry? By changing the food you eat. What kind of food? Whole food, plant-based nutrition. Why? When you start eating whole food, plant-based nutrition, you absolutely cancel out this entire cascade of events that I've just described to you. Things don't get sticky. You don't have migration of your LDL cholesterol into the subendothelial space. The SWAT team is not called upon. You don't manufacture the foam cell. The foam cell doesn't make those metalloproteinases. You don't weaken the cap over your plaque. You actually strengthen the cap over your plaque. If you strengthen the cap over your plaque, it cannot rupture. If you cannot rupture the cap over your plaque, you have made yourself heart attack proof. How long is that going to take? Probably about 3 weeks. Pretty exciting stuff. However, there are no exceptions. You don't do this at 90%. You don't do this 80%. You don't say, I'm going to do it during the week, and I'm going to belly up to the trough on the weekend. That isn't working. Here are the foods that every time they pass your lips, you injure, decimate, destroy, and compromise the capacity of your endothelial cells to make nitric oxide. No oil, olive oil, corn oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil, palm oil, oil on a cracker, oil on a piece of bread. Some people will say, I'm just using a little bit in the pan. No oil. All right, and nothing with a mother. No fish, chicken, fowl, meat, eggs, and nothing that is dairy. Milk, cream, butter, cheese, ice cream, yogurt. Be very careful with sugar, sugary drinks, cakes, pies, cookies, stevia, agave, excesses of maple syrup, molasses, and honey. And I don't like coffee. All right. So, no oil. For those of you who are worried about it, or somebody who told you that it was healthy to have oil, here it is. This is one of multiple peer-reviewed scientific studies clearly showing olive, soybean, and palm oil intake have a similar acute detrimental effect over the endothelial function in healthy young subjects.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more whoo-foo content. Until next time, do you whoo-foo?
No oil, olive oil, corn oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil, palm oil, oil on a cracker, oil on a piece of bread.